Hello, Spicy Rents here, and today we're gonna make another kit car video. Unfortunately, the first one didn't really was successful, but if you want to check that out, you can. Anyway, let's move on. Top 5 replica, most replicated cars. So instead of kit car companies, it's replicated cars, like cars that a lot of people make replicas of, and all that stuff. First one are Ford GTs. Anyway, I'm making sure these companies are active. Some of them are discontinued. Active Powers is still available. They're not. I already hate the layout of the site, but I think they're still available. You just gotta contact them. They had some other builds. And all pro cars. I think they're still active right now. They're having kind of a site reboot. And they're having other cars being made, like Corvettes, Cobras, and Daytonas. RCR is kind of notorious for this. Like, I think everybody knows that RCR makes replica Ford GTs. So, yeah. And, yeah, they were using the Ford versus Ferrari movies. They also made the Ferrari replica. And yeah, a lot of these Ferraris and like classic Ferraris and Ford GTs are actually replicas. Like, they're not even the real thing. And then of course you find another one, Backdraft Racing. I think their site is kind of down, but they're still active, I think. And there's one, I don't know, the story about the Testarossa. I don't know if this should even be on the list in terms of the automakers that make them. I want to buy the Testarossa. This Ford GT was actually based on a Porsche Boxster platform. Next one will be the C1 Vets. Oh look, we have another. But yeah, you see how common they are. C1 Vets, C1 Corvette.net is kind of it's not really a site anymore. If you really want to know, it's basically a bunch of, I don't think you really want to know what that site has, but it's active, but just not as a Corvette site. You have, they also have AC1 Corvette as well, American Street AC Autos, sorry. I actually am a fan of AC Autos. They make pretty cool cars. There's also, with good replicas, this is kind of one of the few entries that had bad replicas. And these are basically based on modern Corvette platforms like the C5 or C6. And I think one is called retrovets.com, and pretty much you can have your C5 Corvette look like a C1 Corvette, which is kind of pointless. And then there's Corvette Central. You buy Corvette body parts. And eBay is a good site. This was by accident. I thought this was a real driving replica, but as I look closer, it's actually a toy car. But this one is a real replica. It's a C1 Corvette. I know they're kind of confusing, but with Cobras, but you know. Number 3 on our list is the Willys Coupes, and they're pretty cool. Like, Willys never really had the recognition. They were mainly known for the Jeeps and the coupe, but that's it. I think it's AmericanGasser.com, which, to be honest, if I had this car, I would call it a gasser. Hello. Yeah, that would be what I would name this car. Another site that makes Willys Coupes or American Street Rods. I'm a fan of them, but I like AC Autos way better. And of course, we have AC Autos. I think they even have a facelifted version of it, which, like modern facelifted version of the Willys Coupes. I mean, I'll probably buy that one. And as well as, what else? Oh yeah, and that's just their kits and all them stuff. There's even Willys.com. Next on our list are Lotus 7s. Now, a lot of them are kind of getting discontinued. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Some of them, like, their sights are down. But this one is an active sight. It's, it turned into, like, some kind of Porsche tuning. I think you have to contact them now. And then there's Caterham. You know, that was, like, Caterham, they made one of the best looking replicas. And then you have, like, this other one. I think there's, like, literally only, like, a few that's actually active. Then there's the one underneath the Caterham, the X cars. I don't know if they still make them. I know they still make replicas, but this is probably not those. Sorry. I know. I sound like a little under the weather. We got Thrasher Co. New Zealand. This is a New Zealand company, and they make Shelby Cobra, not Shelby's, but Caterham 7s. And we have Westfield also making them. And they make, I think they have a turbocharged version of this. Last and not least, of course, remember that site, All Pro Cars. They also make Cobras, which is the Shelby Cobra, which is the last entry on our list because it's the most replicated out of all of these. I don't know if this should have been second place, but this, like, literally, like, you can't escape Shelby Cobra replicas. Like, there's even All Out Warfare who makes the best Shelby Cobra replica. AC Autos, I mentioned them too many times in my videos, but they make Shelby Cobra replicas. I think this is the cheapest they make. And they have some accessories, though. I think a lot of these you should buy them. We have Backdraft Racing. Theirs is kind of, like, more expensive and more modern. I wouldn't buy those. Dax Cars, that was the one that made the Lotus. They do make Cobras, though. And they even make a hardtop if you want to buy one. Though I don't know if it's removable, though. If I did have a Shelby, I would probably buy the hardtop just for daily. And I mean, either way, I mean, they're still pretty cool cars. I think I forgot this other site, but it's pretty boring, to be honest. I think they only have, like, 2 cars, and it's really not that great. Then you have Era Replicas. They no longer sell 4GTs, but they sell other replicas. Factory 5 is the king of Cobra replicas because theirs is very safe. They have crumple zones. They have all the modern safety features that all them have, and they're pretty reasonably priced. It's $20,000 for, like, a full, like, for all the stuff, like, all those stuff provided for you. All you have to do is assemble it. I think it just doesn't come with the engine transmission. I think it comes with the rear end. I don't know, but $10,000 if you're just base 10,000, so it's still a pretty good deal. They have GD cars. They make Mark III, Mark IV, and they made a boring version of it. The one with like the boring chrome grille. And along with any good replica, there's also a bad replica. This one is a Mazda Miata based one. Though, thankfully, they're actually discontinued. I looked on their site. They're actually discontinued kits, so that's a good thing. Top of that, you can buy them on eBay, like this one. You can also buy this another one on eBay, and yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, Spicy Rent. I hope you really enjoy this. Like, I hope these Cobras really. I hope you like these cars, and if you don't, please tell me what cars I need to mention in a later video. Spicy Rens signing out.